Hello and welcome to the Cavern of Terror.
Alright guys, let's see how long this records because I'm having some problems with my phone. But I figured I'd do a different video today, and I'm going to look directly at the road. I'm not going to look at the camera. PSA, I have no one to record me when I'm driving, but I thought it would be cool to do a different type of video today while I scratch with my nose. Not picking it, scratching it. I said I wouldn't look at the camera. Anyway, PSA, I don't have anyone to hold the camera, so don't get mad at me for driving while recording. But I figured that I would do a different type of video today where I do a topic video while I'm driving to work, because I work second shift. It's hard for me to do videos during the day. I have to get up really early to do videos during the day, and I don't want to do that. And this is my channel, and I do what I want. So I'm going to do a video before I go to work today on the way there, and it's going to be a topic video. By the title of the video, you already know what it is. We're going to talk about the Thorn Trilogy and why I think it should have been tied into H20, Halloween H20. So this is a Halloween video. Welcome back to the Halloween videos. My last video was a Halloween video on a Dr. Loomis Netflix series, which I still think would be fucking dope. I really think it would be really cool. If you haven't seen that video, go back. It's right below this one. Check it out. I talked about what I would do with a Halloween prequel with Dr. Loomis. But I'm on my way to Subway right now, so we're going to have a small interlude where I go get something to eat, and then I'll come back and we will finish talking about the inclusion of the Thorn Trilogy in Halloween H20. I touched on it a little bit in my Halloween H20 review, so if you want to go over there and watch that video after you're done with this one, you can. I reviewed the entire Halloween series. I've done a bevy of Halloween videos, actually. I did a video on why I think Halloween 2, the original, isn't as good as you remember, and I also did a video on Halloween 5 and why I think it's underrated. So you can go over there and check those videos out after you're done with this one. So, I am almost to Subway. When I get out of there, I'll see you guys in a bit. So, I just got out of Subway, and it was fucking delicious. I love Subway. Steak and cheese. I got a steak and cheese with mozzarella, banana peppers, and tomatoes on Italian herbs and cheese bread. That's not important, guys. What the important thing is, we're finally going to get into the subject. Okay, so brief history on the Thorn Trilogy. If you've not watched my Halloween review videos, what are you doing with your life if you haven't watched them? No, you don't have to. But seriously, go check those out. Okay, I'm going to try to do as little edits as possible because I got about a 25-minute drive. So, to tell you about what I think they should have done, or why I think it should have been included in H20. Am I a fan of, excuse me, the Thorn Trilogy? Yes. Do I consider Part 4 part of the Thorn Trilogy? Kind of. Not really. I mean, Jamie, Loomis, they're in it, Michael, everything. It's a Halloween movie, so yeah, it's part of it, but the Thorn stuff really didn't happen until Part 5. You know, the Thorn tattoo, that stuff didn't happen until Part 5. So really, all you have to go off of is Part 5 and Part 6. I am a fan. I do like it. I like the explanation of how they control Michael and all that stuff in Halloween Part 6, The Curse of Michael Myers. I really dig it. I think it adds to the franchise. It gives you something else other than the whole killing your family thing that, you know, how they make more sequels. You know, oh, Michael Myers has another sister that we've never heard about. Here's looking at you, Halloween 666 script. Thank you, We Watched a Movie, for dropping that video, because I love it every single time they do script reviews. They're awesome. Go over there, check that video out if you haven't seen it. I do like the Thorn Trilogy. I think it adds to the franchise, like I said. How do I feel about H20? Well, if you watched my H20 video, you'll know that I like H20. It used to be one of my favorite Halloween films before I saw the rest of the franchise. Yeah, I'm not a very big Halloween fan, guys. I haven't seen all the movies a billion times. I've only seen them about 4 or 5 times each. So I discovered Halloween pretty late. I saw the Rob Zombie movies first. And I do remember seeing like bits of part 6 back in the 90s. My babysitter showed me a ton of horror movies back in the day. I remember bits and pieces of some things. I was a big Friday fan back in the day, so it was more Friday the 13th and Scream than anything else. And Freddy's Dead. Freddy's Dead was on a lot when I was a kid too. So, okay. That's not the point. H2O. Is it a good story? Yes. I think H2O is a good story. I think we have a strong character with Laurie Strode or Tate in Halloween H2O. I really like her son's character. I like the dynamic with his girlfriend. I really enjoyed that. The Michael isn't that great. Sorry. My favorite Myers is probably, well, I was going to say Don Shanks, but since I saw the new Halloween, I mean, James Duke Gordon, he was fucking awesome. So, yeah. The story of H2O, pretty cool. I like how they said that she faked her death, which was mentioned in Halloween 4, that she died. I like how they connected that to Halloween 4. I like how she's, this whole redemption storyline in the comparisons to Frankenstein, how she has to overcome her monster and all that stuff. I really, really, really like that story. The execution, however, not that great. That's the part of the story that I really like. That's the part of the movie that I really like. But the execution overall, not that great for Halloween H2O. It really doesn't feel like a Halloween movie. It feels more like a Scream movie because it's riding the coattails of Scream. Halloween should not be doing that. Halloween should be being its own thing because Scream, honestly, is riding the coattails of Halloween. I mean, Wes Craven would have told you that. Kevin Williamson will tell you that. Halloween was a big inspiration for Scream because that's the majority of the tropes that they're talking about in Scream started in Halloween. So, anyway, yeah, as far as I'm concerned, H2O is a decent movie. It's not great. It's not fantastic. It's not the best Halloween movie. And I think if they would have brought in the Thorn trilogy, they brought in the Thorn aspect, Halloween H2O would have been that much better. And I can finally get into it in detail because I really haven't done a video on it yet, like a sit down in front of the computer video where I really just dig into this topic. And I figured today would be the best day to do it. In the original script of Halloween H2O, there was a scene where a girl talks about Danielle Harris's Jamie Lloyd character and what happened to her and everything. And, Laurie Strode has to go to the bathroom. She throws up because of the guilt she feels about leaving her daughter behind. I think that's perfect. I think that should have been in the movie. I think that just makes this movie even better and brings that redemption storyline into it where she's like, hey, not only do I have to overcome Michael, I have to overcome myself. I left my daughter behind. I had a new son. I had a son, and my son has no idea that he had a sister at one point. That's heartbreaking, man. And the reason why they cut it from the film is because they didn't want people to hate Laurie Strode. Okay, I understand that you don't want people to hate your villain or hate your protagonist, but there's a lot of things going into that. Like, you don't care about any of the other side characters in Halloween H2O because her story's so massive. And those characters are so, pushed to the back. That character, yeah, that wouldn't have worked if they would have had that in there. But the way that I would do it would make you care about everyone. So you bring in that story, you add to the layers of this film, you bring in the story of Halloween. It's went from Jamie to, Laurie back again, and I think it would have been a perfect full circle for that since Jamie Lloyd was in Halloween 6, but it wasn't Danielle Harris. I think if they would have had pictures of Danielle Harris in Halloween H2O, I think it would have been a good full circle for that character. I think that it just would have made H2O a better movie, in my opinion. So then you have a Laurie Strode that is filled with grief. She has to overcome this grief. She has to overcome this monster, 2 monsters, herself and Michael Myers. She has to avenge the death of her daughter. She has to improve this relationship with her son. It just makes everything stronger. if you put the Thorn elements back into the franchise. Like I said, I think taking the Thorn trilogy out of the timeline makes absolutely no sense. It weakens Halloween H20, and I just think it would have made the movie better. And I think if they would have added the Thorn trilogy back into H20, it would have made for a better movie, a more layered movie, a more emotional movie, and I probably would rank it higher than Resurrection. Yes, I think that Resurrection is a better Halloween movie than H20. Yes, I know H20 is a better movie overall, but Resurrection is just a better Halloween movie. And if you don't believe me, go check out my Halloween Myers ranking video where I did the original Michael Myers movies minus the new one because it wasn't out when I did the video. And I put Resurrection above Halloween H20. Like I said, I like H20, but I just think if they would have added the elements of the Thorn trilogy back in to the story, I think it just would have made for a better movie. So what do you guys think of the exclusion of the Thorn trilogy in Halloween H20? Do you think that they needed to add it in to make the story more layered and more emotional like I think? Or do you think it's better just the way it is? The fact that it doesn't have the Thorn trilogy, it's more of its own story about redemption, even though it would still be the same thing, just a more layered, more congruent? I don't know if that's the right word to use there, but I'm lost for words. Let me know what word I should be using down in the comments down below. Okay, guys, so that's what I think they should do. They should have done with Halloween H20. I just think it would have made for a better movie. So, guys, I have my A Nightmare on Elm Street video coming. I'm probably going to put that up this weekend because I'm off all weekend. I'm going to watch all the I'm about halfway through the series. I'm on Dream Master. I'm on the 4th one. So I'm going to do a video where I talk about all of the Nightmare on Elm Street films, including the remake. And we're just going to go deep. We're going to go deep. We're going to go in depth on the Nightmare on Elm Street series. I'm going to give you my thoughts on all the movies, and good, bad, and the ugly. And it's just going to be one chock-full, jam-packed video on the Nightmare on Elm Street.
So I hope you're happy, bitches! Ha ha ha!
If you want yourself a badass Cabinet of Terror t-shirt, I have the link to my Spreadshirt store down in the comments down below. I have some really cool designs over there. If you want to follow me on social media, those links are also down there in the comments down below, or the description box. What the fuck is wrong with you? I'm heading to work. I can't think. Alright, guys. That's it for now. If you want more Halloween content, let me know down in the comments down below. That's where you should tell me, not in the description box. In the comments down below if you want more Halloween stuff. If you want me to talk about Halloween 3, which I've never talked about, let me know. Or Halloween 2, the Rob Zombie Halloween 2. Let me know down in the comments down below. But alright, guys, I'm Zach. This has been the Mobile Cavern of Terror. Stay metal, my friends.